You know, sometimes here in the geek corner, when you have too many geeky things, you have to kind of get rid of some stuff. You know, so from time to time, I've got to sell some games, get rid of some miniatures, bless other people with some stuff so they can have fun with it. And very rarely, pretty much next to never, have I ever regretted doing that. Except once, when I got rid of all my Star Wars role-playing game books. Well, I'm correcting that mistake and getting back into it, so let's do a review, a quick product review of the first part, Star Wars the role-playing game, Edge of the Empire beginner game. Let's check this out. Hey there everybody, it's RevKev here. Pray you're having an amazing day. Welcome to the Geek Corner. If you're new, would love if you would subscribe and just kind of be a part of the community here. Today in the video I'm talking about the beginner game Star Wars Edge of the Empire. Now this is an introductory box to the Star Wars role-playing game. This on its own stands alone. This is a complete system, complete game in a box. You could just buy this one thing and you could actually play this for hours and hours and hours and have lots of fun with your family and your friends. But it also serves as a great springboard into the other Fantasy Flight Star Wars role-playing game material that is made available. Whether it's a different box that's, you know, set in a different kind of era, whether it's many of the different source books that are available. But Edge of the Empire box stands alone and great fun, excellent high quality product, and you really get, if you're new to role-playing games, like if you've never really grew up on it, you didn't grow up playing Dungeons and Dragons down in your parents' basement like I did, this really gets you into the action fast. For example, one of the things I used to hate about role-playing games is spending hours upon hours making characters, and then everybody dying, and then everyone just gave up. Well, with this, you get out-of-the-box characters already made for you. For example, you can have like Oscara the Bounty Hunter. You can have, you know, Pash the Smuggler. You can have 4-1 Vex the Droid. And then you've got, of course, then you gotta have your hired gun Wookiee. And again, high quality, amazing stuff here. Basically, all your character stats, all your abilities, everything is right in here. And the beauty of this type of a beginner game box set is you jump right into the action. Like right here in the adventure book, this is what teaches you how to play. So if you've never played this before, because this game is a little different, and that's one of the reasons I love this game so much, is instead of the traditional role-playing game where, say, you've got a goblin and you're a fighter and you have to see if you can defeat the goblin. Well, what you would do is you would look at your fighting skill, look at the goblin's armor, and then you would roll a dice and you'd have to determine what number you need to hit the goblin and kill the goblin. Nothing wrong with that system. But Star Wars is story-driven, it's adventure, it's excitement, it's mythology, it's the hero's quest, the hero's journey. It's an epic story, and the dice themselves are part of the epic story. So there's different colored dice. There's positive dice, there's negative dice, and there's all these different symbols. I'm not going to go into explaining them all right now, but basically, as you players make a pool of dice and roll them, dice symbols cancel each other out. You force things in there that can creep in, and you create a narrative, right? So not only, you know, when you're kind of fighting against some Gamorrean guards and you want to see if they hit you with their vibro axe, well, then you can kind of, you know, depending on the symbols that show up on the dice, you know, you create a narrative, you create a story together. You know, it's not just a simple hit, die. It's like, no, it's a hit, but you fall and you crash against this table and the table hits a pillar and that causes the thing to fall, which kills one of the Gamorrean guards at the same time. So even though you got hit, it also wounds the bad guy at the same time. Like, just an amazing way to tell fun, exciting stories in the Star Wars galaxy. And again, you jump right into the action. You just go through, you know, encounter 1, encounter 2, and it introduces the rules to you as you go. So this product is fantastic, and that's why I've regretted getting rid of it. I bought it when it first came out. My kids were young, wasn't really playing it all that much. It was just collecting dust, and my son went off to college and, you know, could have used a little bit more money. So I just kind of got rid of it. Instantly regretted it. So I'm building that collection back up. So I'm looking forward to taking this and what I'm going to be doing with this. So this is a little bit of a side thing from the product review itself. But I'm going to be integrating stories that Fantasy Flight Games made, stories that are floating around in my head, as well as taking stuff from the Expanded Universe books that are behind me and integrating all of those things together to have a really cool campaign going. So I'm going to be talking more about that here on the channel. So really pumped and excited about that. But again, if you want an introduction to get into Star Wars role-playing games, if you're tired of kind of the stories that are coming out right now, like I am, let's make our own, right? There's amazing stuff. And again, with just one box, 40 bucks Canadian, you can be playing this for hours and hours and hours with your friends and family, having a blast. So for me, this is an amazing game to pick up, even if you've never, ever played role-playing games, because they do kind of give you a little bit of a help with that. They make, where is it here? They make some maps available for it, and you also get, like some tokens that you can kind of put on your maps to kind of help people visualize a little bit more of everything that's going on here. And I had the map here, of course. Of course, now when I'm recording it, I can't find it. Amateur, YouTube amateur mistake. It's still in the box. Anyways, but yeah, so it's a combination. You can do, it looks a little bit like a board to help create that imagination. Like if you're not used to role-playing game in your head, you want to see it on the table. They got ways to do that. If you don't want to do that, you don't need to do that. I'm going to be using all my Star Wars Imperial Assault miniatures and Star Wars Legion miniatures and X-Wing miniatures to make an amazing, amazing campaign. Geeking out. Can't wait to get into this storytelling. So anyways, a little bit longer than I wanted to talk about. I'm rambling. That's what happens when I don't make a script. So, I would love to know if you've ever played this game before. Would love to know your thoughts of it. Do you have a character that you've created? Man, I'd love to know what kind of character you play when you play Star Wars, the role-playing game. Do you prefer Age of Rebellion? Do you prefer Force of Destiny? Prefer Age of the Empire? Let's just chat about that in the comment section below. And until the next video, God bless you, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care, everyone.